Leaders need to be able to serve. Leaders need to be able to wash feet. I meet a lot of people and they'll always tell me how talented they are. I meet a lot of people and they'll tell me, oh, I can do this, I'm good at that, I'm good at this. But the greatest talent you can possibly have is to wash feet. The greatest talent you can possibly have is to serve. Can you do that? Before you lead, can you lead yourself? How are you going to lead others if you can't lead your own life? That's why the qualifications for a pastor are that it's a man that leads his home well. Does that make sense? Everybody's talented. Everybody has gifts. But having character, being humble, serving, those aren't talents and gifts. That's just character. That's choices that you make. God doesn't need your talents. God doesn't need a good public speaker. God needs somebody that will wash feet. God's looking for a man after his heart. God's looking for someone who will just get up, gird himself like a man, and wash feet. Can you lead yourself? You go to your church, oh man, I don't know why pastor doesn't let me do this or do that, or I could be doing this or I could be doing that. Paul and Barnabas were in the church in the book of Acts, and they were just serving and fasting, and the Holy Spirit made it evident that God had separated them for a higher work. So while you're looking for a place to serve, and you should serve, and we're always looking for people in the church to serve, and I'm always looking for dudes, men and women, that I can invest in and help them develop the calling in their life. That is one of the biggest things I feel like that God has done in my life, is I try to help other people develop into leaders and develop into that. But I'll tell you, the biggest quality in a leader is to have a heart that's after the heart of God. And every man will proclaim his own goodness, but a faithful man who can find. We need a revival of people that just love, because the greatest among you will be your servant. Just a thought today. Just a thought. I'm just thinking, just praying, just trying to be a good leader myself and wash feet and love people and put others first and seek the well-being of my neighbor. I just want to be a good pastor. I want to be a good shepherd. I want to be like Jesus. I don't want to look at other pastors and go, oh, I do this better than him, or I'm not comparing myself to anyone else. Comparing yourselves amongst yourselves isn't wise. I'm looking at Jesus. I want to be like him.